Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Leigh Sports Village as round 6 of the Betfred Challenge Cup continues, and we're really looking forward to this one. Leigh Leopards renewing rivalries with Featherstone Rovers. Kevin Brown is alongside us for this on paper appetising tie, Kevin, between two sides who a couple of years ago were going at it, going at it.
They were, and there's still that rivalry, and like you say, it's renewed rivalries today, and I think Featherstone will come here. It's almost a free hit. Everyone's expecting Leigh to blow them away, but I think it'll be really close. I think there'll be a little bit of needle from Featherstone because they want what Leigh have got, but Leigh, the current holders, they'll be going all out to keep hold of that trophy as long as possible.
Yeah, these two sides actually met in the final of the 1895 Cup a year before Leigh went on to win the Betfred Challenge Cup the following year, so there's some scores to be settled perhaps there. Featherstone Rovers dramatic winners over Wakefield in the last round. What have you made of Leigh's form so far this season domestically?
Well, performances I think have been pretty good. I think they've missed out narrowly a couple of occasions. I thought the game at St Helens, they were really unlucky not to come away with anything. They're picking up a few injuries, but Lockie Lamb back today, I think that'll be a massive boost for them. But I think performance-wise, they're going along quite nicely. They'll be hoping for more wins along in the season, but so far so good for me. I think the building, the players that they brought in have really settled in, and that continuity is really starting to click.
And as someone who's contested 4 finals, we won't go into how those went for you. How aware are the players still about the prestige, the iconic nature of this cup competition?
Yeah, well, I'm not buying into the fact that there's not as much appeal for the Challenge Cup. You can win 2 trophies domestically each year, and this is one. We saw the scenes last year when Leigh won it. We saw what it means to the club. We saw what it meant to the fans and the owner, and what it's done for the club in the short term. So every club want to win it. The players want to win it. We saw the games last night. There was passion and intensity. So yeah, as a player who I got fortunate enough to play in 4 finals, I loved every minute of it, and it was always circled in the diary whenever the Challenge Cup final was that you wanted to be there and not be watching on the TV.
Kevin Brown is with us live and exclusive, full match coverage on the way here as the road to Wembley continues at the Leigh Sports Village. Let's hear next then from the 2 head coaches. Adrian, great to see you. What does today represent for you and the players?
Obviously, it's a big moment for us. Obviously, the previous holders of the cup from 2023 season, we want to make sure that we defend it. It starts the title here at home, which is nice, and a great 80-minute performance would certainly be a good start for us.
What kind of feeling is it being cup holders, having something to defend rather than something to go at?
It's nice. Someone mentioned that to me the other night, saying current holders of the Challenge Cup, and I'd forgotten about it. So it's nice, obviously, to have that achievement last year, but more importantly for the whole town, to lift the town. It's a rugby league heartbeat here, and our fans deserved it, and to have that in our hands at the moment. I think it's only twice we've had it. Last time was 50 years ago, so it's something we don't want to let go too lightly.
And a month or so into the domestic season, how do you assess your side's form?
Yeah, slow start, a lot of injuries to key players, which hasn't helped, but we've powered on. I felt we had a really good, strong victory last week up at Hull, where we lost Lockie Lamb and Tom Amone on the morning of the game. So a nice turnaround there for us, and hopefully get a lot of confidence and trust out of that moving forward into this game, and then what's ahead of us in Super League.
And today, in some respects, is a rivalry renewed, because go back only a couple of years, you two were going at it at the top end of the championship, and it seems to be quite differing fortunes since then.
Yeah, it's. I think we had 4 ding-dong battles that year, and we remember them quite clearly. And the week's been set up on that, really. We know that they're a quality club inside, and some good players there that can certainly hurt you if you don't respect them firstly. But then the 80 minutes that's in front of us. So it's a really big game for us. We haven't won here this year yet, as well. It's our 3rd game here, so. I'm looking for a really important performance. Again, Gaz O'Brien is not going to play there at fullback, so Keenan Brown comes in to start for him. So little change. Ben McNamara holding down that 7th spot, Lockie Lamb on the bench. So again, a couple more changes, but I think we're in a pretty good place in the headspace wise and mentality. So yeah, excited about the game.
And you brought the sunshine as well.
Well, it looks like it for now. Predicted rain in a little bit, but let's hope that it stays like this for the rest of the year.
Cheers, Adrian. Good luck today.
Thank you.
James, great to see you. How's the week been? How's the preparation been for this game for you?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Obviously, we've had a good look at Leigh. We're very aware that they're a tremendous team, and they played to an outstanding level last week against FULL80. So we're going to have our hands full, but we're very excited by the challenge and we're looking forward to it.
How much were you lifted and your squad lifted by your victory in the last round and the manner of it as well?
Well, it's always nice to pinch games late, but I don't know if it's made that much of a difference. So we believe in ourselves. You know, we knew where we were day one, we know where we are now, and there's still an awful lot of improvement left in us, and the boys in there are really aligned and working really hard towards making them improvements.
What have you made of Leigh's form and their start to the season? Adrian Lamb admitted it's been a bit slow, but they're a really dangerous team.
Well, Super League's a tremendously challenging competition, and if you're a little bit off, you'll get done. I thought they were good in one half against Leeds. I thought they scored some really good tries. And last weekend, FULL80, they just come to ribbons. The outside backs just coming through the FULL80's middle, throwing some nice shape. Look, they're a really well put together side. Chris Chester's done a great job in recruitment, backed by Derek, and Adrian's done a wonderful job in coaching them. And to come up from the Championship, win the Challenge Cup and finish 4th, I believe, takes some doing. Fair play to them, but irrespective of that, it's about us today and chasing our standards. Our standards don't change, whether we're playing somebody from the National Conference, League One, Championship, or the Challenge Cup holders. We'll chase them, and that'll put us in a decent position.
And there might be a league between these two sides, but it's barely a couple of years between when Fev and Leigh were going at it at the top end of the Championship and competing for honours in the Cup final as well. Is that something the players are wary of, how close those games could have been?
No, we've not spoken about the last couple of years. We're taking it a game at a time, and we're on a journey this season. What the club did last year, the year before, and the rivalry with Leigh, that's gone. We'd like to be in a position for that to go again, but for us to get that to happen, we need to continue improving.
So what's your approach today, just finally?
Chase our standards, mate. Like I said, it doesn't impact on us what division the team we're playing against in. We've got our standards, and we're going after them.
All the best, good luck.
Thank you very much.
The Featherstone Rovers head coach James Ford and the Leopards Adrian Lamb, both in great form, speaking to me just a short time ago, and that's what it's all about this afternoon. One of British sport's most iconic pieces of silverware, the Betfred Challenge Cup, and for one of these sides it's a step closer to Wembley in a couple of hours' time. Let's check on the team lineups then as the two sides finalise their preparations out there on the pitch, and the Leopards line up like this. You heard there from Adrian Lamb, there's no Gareth O'Brien today, so Keenan Brand is the fullback. Myla Hanley's been in great form since taking his chance on the wing in the absence of the injured Tom Briscoe. Zach Hardacre and Ricky Lutelli, two stalwarts in the centres, and the evergreen Josh Charnley, a try machine out wide. The halves, Matt Moylan and Ben McNamara, still no start for Lachlan Lamb. Up front, Dan Norman, Matt Davis, Robbie Mulhern, Kai O'Donnell, Frankie Holton, a former Featherstone Rover, and Jack Hughes. The interchange bench, Ben Nakabuwai, Ollie Holmes, Owen Trout, and Lachlan Lamb returns for a place on the interchange bench. What about Featherstone Rovers after that epic victory over their close, bitter rivals Wakefield? Live on the Sportsman in the previous round, they have the dangerous Caleb Aikens at fullback, former Leigh man himself, Manoa Wakoki and Gaz Gale on the wings. Gale, the scorer of that golden point try to beat Wakefield in the previous round. Josh Hardcastle and Greg Minikin are the centres. Harry Bowes is in the halves today, alongside the French youngster Thomas Lacan. Up front, the big man Gadwin Springer and Wellington Albert, Connor Jones the hooker, and then it's Brad Day, Keenan Tomlinson and Danny Addy. The bench, new boy Paul Turner, new signing from Australia, Connor Wynne, Mackenzie Yeh and Brad England. An appetising contest this, the atmosphere is good, the wind is strong, and Kevin Brown is wrapped up well on a bitterly cold afternoon. Looking forward, we hope, to a pretty compelling contest, Kevin.
Yeah, we were speaking before, wasn't we, that there's an anticipation from Featherstone today that they're going to get under the skin of the Leigh Leopards, and I don't think it's going to be a huge victory for Leigh. Like, everyone is sort of saying that it's a formality. I don't think it is. The conditions are tough today. It's very cold, it's very windy, and the jeopardy of, you know, knockout football does different things, especially in this competition. The amount of history and upsets that we've had have been incredible. So I think Featherstone will come here. It's almost a free hit, like we mentioned before, and I think they'll be going all out to try and start big and get under the skin of this Leigh side.
The Leopards' form has been somewhat indifferent at the start of the Betfred Super League season. Just that one victory, that thumping victory away at Hull FC, who are having a horrible time of it. Rovers, Featherstone only started their league campaign last week and they just nudged through a tricky away day at Batley, but I know, Kevin, they'll be buoyed by the manner, I think, of their victory over Wakefield in the previous round.
Well, I think they're set up perfectly well. The games that they've had, it's the perfect condition for a big match. Going away to Batley is being real tested, at home in real tough conditions against the Wakefield Wildcats, and coming through both them with the victories will give them an awful amount of confidence, and I'm sure they'll be trying to move the ball today. It's still dry, it rained a little bit before, but the surface is magnificent for playing rugby on, and I think they'll be looking at, you know, starting quick and trying to shock this Leigh side.
It's always an occasion at the Leigh Sports Village. Derek Bowman has got the matchday experience here spot on, building up to a crescendo at kick-off. An air of anticipation around the ground to welcome the two sides. The Betfred Challenge Cup holders, Leigh Leopards, a thrilling, historic victory 12 months ago in dramatic fashion at Wembley Stadium. It was only the previous year they were playing Featherstone in the final of the 1895 Cup at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And here we are, one side battling in the championship, one side looking to defend their own Challenge Cup success. The home fans expecting this afternoon, expecting a home win. For one of these sides, it's a place in the quarter-finals. Already this weekend, Wigan winning, St Helens winning 2 at Leeds, and Hull KR big winners over the Salford Red Devils. The next spot is up for grabs over the next hour and a half or so. Will it be Featherstone Rovers, or will it be the cup holders, the Leigh Leopards? Here come the sides. Featherstone in their traditional stripes, the navy and white. Leigh in their now unmistakable leopard print. Terrific atmosphere and a mouth-watering Betfred Challenge Cup 6-round tie. Kevin Brown, what's the key? What's the key to the start here for these two teams?
Well, it's exactly that, George. It's the start. They've got to start quick. They've got to stay in the game. The longer Featherstone can keep, you know, within a score or two of Leigh, the more confidence they'll get. There'll be an expectation around this ground. Like you mentioned, there's a great atmosphere, and I'd say 95% of them are Leigh fans, so they'll be expecting a good party here at home. So the longer Featherstone can drag them down to their level, drag them into that championship mentality where it's all about toughness and working hard for your teammate, the better chance they've got. But make no mistake about it, there's a lot of quality on both sides and a lot of Super League experience in this Featherstone outfit.
Jack Smith, the man entrusted with the whistle this afternoon, as Leigh Leopards get us underway with a sweeping right boot taken on the full by Tom Alacan, and here comes Gadwin Springer. Colossus of a front row.
I was just going to say, they're braver than me standing straight in front of Gadwin. He is a big, powerful, athletic man.
He is a lovely guy as well, and here come Rovers, almost through.
It's a penalty for knocking Harry Bowles off. What a ball that was.
Yeah.
Normally a hooker. Great ball to Brad Day.
Brad Day thought he was away there.
It was a crucial tackle there in the opening set, George, wasn't it?
So an opportunity for the visitors, the underdogs here, to attack the Leopards line. Tapping on halfway, and here is Day, who made that break. James Ford saying pre-match, not interested in who the opponents are today. Just do what we know we can do. And they've got an opportunity right at the start. Wellington Albert jumped on his back. Connor Jones, look out for him. An energetic runner from dummy half. Jones, Gadwin wants it. Short ball left side. Here we go, Springer once again. Offloading backwards. Look at this from Featherstone Rovers. Chucking the ball around early. Now the other prop, Albert offloading. Lacan takes it on. They've come to play, Kev.
They have, and I think the second phase is an area, you know, Leigh's line is very good. They're used to defending against good shapes, but that second phase.
Oh, there's the first error. It's Harry Bowes. And here come Leigh.
It's just important now, isn't it, that they can defend, and on the back of that error, that they don't concede any points or penalties in this opening set.
Oohs and ahs ring around the Leigh Sports Village off that contact. Referee Smith happy with it. Right on halfway.
It's felt like Yamila Hanley trotting back to the wing.
He's been in good try-scoring form, Hanley, since getting his opportunity. Mulhern with the flowing locks. Change of direction, and O'Donnell takes it on. And now it's Leigh knocking at the door. There goes Mulhern, change of direction. Springer just about stays with him. But look where they are already, the Leopards, right in front of the sticks here, sweeping to the right-hand side. Hardacre off the single bounce. Hanley, can he get away? Look at the step from Hanley, he's over the line. What a threat this guy is. And Leigh have the lead.
Yeah, and it looked like it was good defence initially from Harry Bowes, spooking the ball player Matt Moylan. You know how many times you see a ball go to ground and it just puts the defence on the back foot. The quick hands came to Yamila Hanley, and it was only 30 seconds ago that you mentioned that he's in great try-scoring form. Didn't he make that look easy when he got the ball? There was a fair bit to do to see the replay. You know, the quick hands by Moylan, it comes out to Hardacre, and then it's bang off his right foot, and he makes that look very, very easy. Fantastic start for the Leopards.
He's had to be patient, Yamila Hanley. With the try machine, Josh Charnley hogging one wing. Now Briscoe's injury allowing him the opportunity that he is grasping with both hands in 2024. That was a great finish. And the first Leopards attack yields 4 points, plus a potential 2 more.
Yeah, if it was the Southampton have that ball with Springer and Wellington, the other from 1 minute.
That after what was a promising start from Featherstone Rovers. All that came about from the Bowes put down. And here they are now behind their own posts.
Oh, right. Yeah, come at you. Yeah. Make sure we clear offloads, clearing them for. Yeah. Not when you don't clear, you know what happens. Yeah. There's a good bit of wind on this bar, so just yeah. Good talk.
Matt Moylan on kicking duties. And we spotted, didn't we, Kev, during the warm-ups, how windy it was, how strong this wind is. The balls were flying everywhere. So this is much more tricky than it looks. You can see it holding up and fading. That won't be the first or last missed kick today.
He's laughing there, and yeah, sometimes the wind is that hard. He'd have had to almost aim it straight to curl it round, but we watched the try again. The footwork, he had an awful lot to do. He comes inside Minikin. He just carries over a couple of would-be defenders to score the try. But it's really important now that, you know, they let that go, Featherstone. They don't go back-to-back. They get some good muscle into the contact and make them kick the ball in deep in their own half.
Minikin on your left.
So the challenge for Featherstone Rovers, how do you respond to a very early concession like that? Can they steady the ship? Mulhern, who had a big carry in the build-up to that try from Umaila Hanley. Leigh looking to come and do something similar down this left-hand side.
It's good defence by Koki off the wing.
He'll come again to the left-hand side. Then a change of direction from Moylan. Danny Addy, former Salford man like yourself, Kev.
Yeah, good player, Danny Addy. Leader of the group.
Moylan with a flat kick. That will be taken by Gareth Gale. This guy is a monster of a winger. Danny Addy is one of the leadership group here at Featherstone Rovers. Had a chat with Elijah Taylor. Former team, were you at Salford with the ET, or was that just after you?
No,
yeah,
I was there with ET.
Yeah, I was talking to ET about a team of great players that he's played alongside. He's played in the NRL and with New Zealand. He had Danny Addy in his starting 13 of best players he has ever played with.
Wow, that's some recognition.
He was up there along with Sonny Bill in the back row, was Danny.
He's a very skillful player. When Danny's on, he's as good as anyone.
Here come Featherstone with Caleb Akins up towards halfway. Last tackle this. They'll go back and find Thomas Lacan, who just about gets the kick off. It's rushed. It's not a bad one, actually. 3-4 bounces. It's going to stay in the field of play as well.
Lovely play.
Here's the try scorer, Hanley. Pace to burn and a step two, and Gadwin Springer just about keeps hold.
A nice play from Keenan Brand just to get the space and pass it on to Umaila Hanley. So dangerous out of the back three. The strength for Chianli and then the creativity from Brand and speed from Umaila Hanley. Great bit of variation in that back three.
Matt Davis, the Leigh hooker, seeing a lot of early ball, given the way Leopards have started here. Oh, Mulhern wanted that. Davis goes on his own. He might get a high one there, and he does. And it is the aforementioned Danny Addy who's gone high. A penalty in front of the sticks.
Matt Davis making a real good fist of the number 9 role. Obviously Edwin Apape out injured. But so far so good from Matt Davis.
We're seeing already the danger of Umaila Hanley. And Leigh already are right under the sticks as you look at that replay. Looking for try number 2. Oh, that's messy. That's been knocked on a couple of times, certainly been knocked on by Fev. Was it knocked down by Featherstone Rovers? Yes, it was. It's going to be Leigh Leopard's ball.
Well, since we've put Danny Addy in the World 13,
I think we should take him out, don't you?
He's dropped the ball and come up with a penalty, but his effort's very, very good. As you see the high tackle again. This is going to be real tricky now, George, to defend this scrum from the centre of the field with the quality and the speed that they've got. They're just lining up Moylan and Brand.
Let's get it, boys. One shot here, Jack. Jack, one shot.
Yeah, set play.
Shot clock off. Wait, guys, wait.
Off the training ground from the Leopards. They're sweeping right. Already they've got 2 on 1 now. That's come off. Well, it's gone backwards. Referee will play on here, I think. No, he's given the knock on. He's seen the knock on.
Well, how good did Gareth Gale do there? That was a try again. I think it was Keenan Brand who had a 3v1. They sucked the defenders in, and it was all up to Gareth Gale. And not only did he snupper the play, he also knocks it backwards. Which, so they keep the ball, they get a scrum down, I think. It's a Leigh knock on. They'll be really happy with that.
5-6. Heads in. Wait, ball, hurry! Out! First, Mookie! Away! Ben! Square up! Go,
We talked a lot in the build-up about the meetings between these two sides when they were big promotion rivals at the top end of the Betfred Championship the season before last. Featherstone actually big winners in the first match of that season at Post Office Road, but from that moment on, Leigh really rose to prominence. And these two sides have gone in very differing directions since then, it feels.
Yeah, the rise and the speed of the rise from the Leigh Leopards, not only getting into the Premier Division but winning a trophy in the first year in there was just something that I'm sure even Derek Beaumont couldn't have dreamt of.
Another strong carry from Gadwin Springer.
Outside, all off in the middle, all in the middle.
The kick is rushed off by Bowes. Couple of bounces. And the Leopards return. And with a penalty.
This is an area, isn't it, that they've got to get right. If they're going to come up with an upset today, the first thing they've got to do is be disciplined with and without the ball. And on the zero tackle, that's criminal. When you come in and you give a high shot, it was Keelan Tomlinson that time.
Well, they failed to find touch, though. Do we give them the benefit of the doubt with the wind?
Well, yeah, you'd probably think you'd kick to this side with the wind, giving you a bit of extra strength.
Very rarely from a Super League side you see an error like that, and it's gifted this field position back to Featherstone Rovers. Jones, Danny Addy, Thomas Lacan is clobbered, but he got the ball away, and they're still going. Wellington Albert thinks against a bit of playmaking himself, and then offloads, and this is where Connor Jones is dangerous. He's got pace to burn the hooker.
They've got him on the left, George.
What a chance for Rovers to hit right back, swept to the left. Gareth Gale wanted it, didn't reach him. Scrambling defence, there's an injury in the Leopards line too. It's back with Bowes. Kick for the post, if it stays in play it's a try, but it's too deep. There were two there waiting, and there was too much on it, and Leigh survived.
It was the perfect kick, it was the perfect vision, but the execution, the fullback Keenan Brand in the back play was really struggling and still is. They just kick it a little bit too hard. They went close on the left originally, and then it comes out. And unfortunately for Harry Bowes, he just puts a little bit too much weight on that, but that would have been a try under the post.
Oh, you're right, the decision was spot on. Just had a bit too much. Hardacre.
It looks like Keenan Brand's going to have to leave the field.
Yeah, he's struggling in back plays. You watch the action. Leigh are going to be forced into a change here. Tell you what, some game this.
Fantastic game, fantastic start to the game.
Both of these sides have come to chuck the ball around and entertain today. And it's making for a fabulous first, 12 and a half minutes live and exclusive on The Sportsman.
They have got Lachlan Lamb on the bench, and Keenan Brand is going to try and run it off, but I think they're going to try and get Lachlan Lamb. I'm sure that they didn't want to bring him on so soon.
Gareth Gale's under that, takes it on the post. Fine Featherstone now, I'm chipping over the top and running at the injured man. Can't move.
No, he's really struggling, isn't he? I don't think he'll be long before he needs to leave the field. He's a tough man. He's Keenan Brand, a young player that was at Widnes when I was there. But for me, they need to get him off the field, and they need to get him off quickly, because like you say, as soon as this comes into the attacking area, he becomes a liability.
Well, there has been an interchange. It's Rovers who've made it. Wellington Albert for Brad England, and that change is made by the Leigh Leopards.
So Jack Hughes goes into the centre, Zach Hardacre comes to fullback, and it's Kyle Trout who comes on the field for Keenan Brand. Owen Trout, sorry.
Yeah, Owen Trout on, and that looks like that's Keenan Brand's afternoon. Done and dusted. An opportunity with Gareth O'Brien not making it, but it's only lasted 13 minutes, which is a big shame for him. We hope he's all right. Here come Featherstone Rovers. Great game this on The Sportsman. 4 points to 0. The home side lead. Umaila Hanley continuing his decent try-scoring form. He did well to take that. Up and over his shoulder. Connor Jones wants a speedy play the ball. He's got Bowes on his left shoulder. He comes back right. It's Thomas Lacan. Fizzes into his fullback Caleb Akins, the former Leigh man. Last tackle, Rovers right side. Jones, Lacan, is he going to drill one? No, he's going to go for the post again. Hardacre is in a good position. And he hauls his side back up towards the 30.
And what a terrific deputy to drop into fullback when your original fullback gets injured. He's one of the safest in the game, Zach Hardacre, and it looked like it was going to be a good kick after a great set by Fev, but he made that look easy once again there, Zach Hardacre.
The 2015 Steve Prescott Man of Steel, Zach Hardacre. And what a year it was to win it. That was in the Leeds Rhinos treble winning season, with all the greatness in that team.
That was your heyday, was it not?
Yeah, it's Sinfield, Burrow, Maguire, Peacock, but it was Zach Hardacre, the Man of Steel. Here are the Leopards. Lutelli.
Salary sombrero that year.
Yeah. Last tackle this, by the way. Moylan goes high. So it's straight to touch, it is.
Well, he's just got a bit of a tip there, which way to kick for touch when he gets a penalty next time. The wind is so strong out there down on pitch side.
And the players starting to get the hang of the wind direction. Quarter of an hour gone, and just that Umaila Hanley try the difference, and Featherstone will very much feel like they're in the contest here.
And I think physically definitely in the middle of the field. Whenever Springer and Tomlinson and Addy have carried the ball up the middle, they've given a great bit of platform for Connor Jones to scamper out of 9.
Kevin Brown with us on the Sportsman this afternoon, with his own fairly unique Challenge Cup record.
A record's a record, George.
It is. 4 cup final appearances, 4 different sides, 4 defeats.
4 bad refereed.
We don't need that today. The referee's got his whistle in his mouth, though, giving Featherstone Rovers a penalty. Tell you what, though, most professional players would want a record like that, have an opportunity to experience a Challenge Cup final 4 times, regardless of the outcome.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking at the time, but yeah, fond memories, and the semi-finals and quarter-finals are big games, and you know the happiness you get from that. But going back to this game, George, I think apart from the try for Leigh, I think Featherstone have probably earned the right to say they're the better team performance-wise so far.
Here they come again. Danny Addy, flat ball to the sub Brad England. Great field position here, opportunities left and right for Connor Jones, picks out Addy, flat ball, almost through. And still they come. Jones, Gadwin Springer. Oh, he's put the ball down. And Leigh will bring it away. Another opportunity slips through the net for Featherstone Rovers.
Well, yeah, and they're going to have to start taking these chances. That was on a plate there for Gadwin Springer. A big man against a little man. He chose to pass the ball. We saw the last time they were down here, it was just a kick with their execution. That time, let them down through the hands. And it's Leigh with the ascendancy once again.
Yeah, from there you would just expect Gadwin Springer to go right over the top of his opposite number. And look where Leigh are. Straight from underneath their own posts, attacking the Rovers line. Right side with Moylan, kick and chase. Gareth Gale's going to have to go and deal with that. Does well.
He's done fantastically well every time it's been over there, hasn't he? He's diffused a couple of kicks, and not only diffused them, got out of the in-goal too. This is going to be a tough set now for the Featherstone Rovers side to clear the lines.
He's been a fantastic servant, Gareth Gale, to Featherstone Rovers, the club's top try scorer. Last season we saw Josh Hardcastle bringing it back there, quite a story himself. Josh Hardcastle suffered a stroke last season, and here he is back playing.
He's playing with Koki away.
Oh, and he's through! Is he in touch? Play on! Lecan wants it, he's got to give it, surely! Thomas Lecan was free, he's still going, he's going to score! Wow! I'm sure he took the wrong option, but he's bounced off two, he's stayed in the field of play, and he's got Featherstone level.
And it was very similar to Ellery Hanley's run for the international side, and he's still going, and he went round Josh Charnley. You don't see that very often. Then it looked all the world that he was just going to draw the fullback and pass the ball inside, and he found a more difficult route to do. He beat 3 people and put the ball down. What a try, sensational bit of skill.
Well,
he had no
right on cue, Hardcastle. Oh, he's tiptoeing down the whitewash.
I'd like to see that again.
Well, I had a look at the touch judge. He had a perfect view. Hardacre got there. The second man got there. But the big man's over.
He had 3 really good cracks at him there. Manoa Wakoki-Koke. Sensational try. One of the best Challenge Cup tries you'll see.
Wow. What a moment. What a moment. I was sure he picked the wrong option there. What he has done, he's given Thomas Lacan a very, very difficult kick, and this will be into the wind, I think. And this to give the underdogs the lead. Lacan into the wind. Well, that'll tell you something. He had to absolutely hammer that because he knew how strong the wind was.
I think
and he sacrificed all control,
wasn't he? He was but it didn't. He's just absolutely leathered it straight there. As we watch the try again, Keenan Tomlinson just getting the ball to Hardcastle, who finds Wakoki-Koke, who beats one. And now it just looks like he's going to pass the ball on the inside. We mentioned that I don't think there's a better defensive fullback in the game than Zachary Hardacre, and he's made him look silly there. And you can add Yamila Hanley and Josh Charlie into that bracket. Terrific try.
That is a Challenge Cup memory, regardless of the rest of this game.
I've got to say they deserved that, George.
Oh, absolutely deserved for Featherstone Rovers, and what a game, 4-4. I still maintain he took the wrong option, but he scored a try.
Yeah, luckily for him, Thomas Lacan nearly goes through, but luckily for Manoa, he scores the try. I think it would have been a different feeling if he'd have been caught or put in touch from his teammate on the inside.
Be an interesting chat with Thomas Lacan afterwards. He could have sent his little French mate in for a try under the post. What he got instead was an awful kick from the touchline. And now then, what's happened here?
Well, Brad England's just run round his teammate. The referee, Jack Smith, has told him to go down. He didn't go down. He had the opportunity. And that is criminal. When you give a penalty away after a try, when you've got the ball, it's almost the worst possible thing you can do.
On the foot, lads!
So an opportunity for Leigh to reassert their control here. Mulhern almost pays off. Rovers scrambling back here. Everyone stacking up right for the Leopards. Moylan, Hardacre, Hanley wants another. Doesn't quite reach him. Hanley back with Moylan, and then reverse ball from the hooker Matt Davis, who's there again. Moylan.
Oh! Wow! What a shot, Gareth Gale.
He didn't miss the big man, and this is the last. Moylan outside of the right boot. Was that played out? Yes, it was. The tackle count is wide clean. 6 more carries.
Be all over that then.
What a game. Mulhern sets Leigh up just to the left of the sticks, 10 away. Those posts wobbling in the wind here at the Leigh Sports Village, and a knock on from Leigh, and Featherstone do survive.
Well, they don't only survive, they put some tremendous work into that set, and they've done a bit of damage there to Frankie Alton, who's in the back play with the physio now. The tackle was huge from Gareth Gale. He's been magnificent in the opening 23-24 minutes of this game so far. As we see the error.
An opportunity for everyone to take stock. It's been a breathless, well, certainly last 5-10 minutes. Intensity's barely dipped in the first 24.
And I think after that first try for the Leopards, I think everyone in this ground expected it to be a bit of an easier day than what we've got so far.
Gadwin Springer's gone for a breather, so Mackenzie Yeh is on.
Good luck tackling him on his first one.
Look out for Mackenzie's first carry is all I will say.
Here we go.
He might not get it for a while because Rovers are over halfway down the left-hand side. Here's a wrecking ball, Mackenzie Yeh. Brad Day, there he goes.
Dealt with him well.
Yeah, didn't really have the head of steam up to make an impact on the line. Last tackle, by the way. Lacan steadies himself and gets the kick away. There was a bit of kick pressure, nothing in it for the referee. Had a good look at that, Jack Smith.
Yeah, Thomas Lacanzi was hit by that Davis, but I think he was committed. So strong, aren't they, the Leopards, when they come out of the backfield with Charlie and Latelli.
Ollie Holmes is on, by the way, for the Leopards, who have been held here 4 apiece, 1 try apiece, 2 great finishes as well, 2 terrific wingers tries we've seen here.
It's been a head clash. Hardcastle had it.
Mulhern.
That looked forward to me, George.
Been allowed to go. Moylan keeps it going. Last tackle, right on halfway. There he is again, Matt Moylan, just drilling for the corner. Caleb Akins, positionally excellent, the fullback. Found himself playing in all manner of positions for Featherstone last year. He's very good at 6 or 7 as well as at fullback. Slotted in the centres and wing at times too. Connor Jones. He was largely, last couple of years, used off the bench for Featherstone when Matty Wildy was tying down the starting 9 slot. Matty Wildy now with ambitious Oldham, and Connor gets his chance. Last tackle. Jones has got Akins behind him, Lacan to his right. Thomas Lacan. Oh, look at the spin on that. Charlie watches it well, finds his mate Zach Hardacre in the bright pink boots, and Hardacre sets about launching a Leigh Leopards attack and almost does just that. Great kick return.
Well, they need to get these kicking games. They give a penalty on the first one for a leg pull at the play of the ball, but Thomas Lacan, he's not going to get any change from just kicking it up in the air to Josh Charnley, uncontested. And that'll be the result over and over again. If you give them easy ball with a fractured line, they'll make you pay with either a penalty or a break. Now they're under pressure once again, but they have defended well all day.
There's Ollie Holmes. Mulhern. That's gone behind everyone. Picked up by Charnley.
Great shot.
Brad England with interest.
I think Josh will be picking someone else to run that next time.
2 to go. Mulhern towards the post. Last tackle for the Leopards. Davis. Moylan. Great promotion. Oh, can they get down the side again? It's the same man. It's a brilliant finish. And Leigh are back in front. And Hanley has to.
We'll put the Hanley try down to the hands from the back row stroke centre, Jack Hughes. Another leader of this team. I'm not sure whether he's the captain or not today, but the hands were fantastic, and the aggressive defence that we've seen over and over again to shut down the play from the Leigh Leopards was just too good this time. It was hands from Moylan, Hardacre, and then the ultimate pass came from Jack Hughes, as you see on the replay now. This aggressive defence has worked so well for the Featherstone Rovers, but hands and the little tip on there, like any good centre from Jack Hughes, gets Jamila Hanley in for his second try.
Two great finishes from Amila Hanley. Leigh have an 8-4 lead and another kick at the post to add another 2. With 10 minutes to go until the break.
Yeah, buddy. Can't not. Can't use fun out. It's because you got 2 sets. What a pass. That's a fair.
Let's see, third attempt at goal in these blustery conditions.
One man who is a great kicker, or was a great kicker, just sat beneath us, Neil Turley. Just give us a wave.
Wait for it.
That looks a better strike. And the outcome is good. Another 2 to the score. Leigh have a 6-point lead at 10 points to 4. 2 tries for Umaila Hanley.
Just wait, Caleb.
And the cup holders have a 6-point lead.
And it was a well worked try, wasn't it? The first occasion came off the bounce pass. When Umaila Hanley gets an opportunity, he doesn't half know how to finish it. We're back against him, scoring his hat-trick today after the opening 30 minutes or so, scoring 2.
You haven't played it right, Jack.
Now then, Leigh have come up with an error here.
Almost a carbon copy of what Featherstone did before. You know, as soon as they got the ball off the back of a try.
Catching.
It's a huge opportunity now for the Featherstone Rovers team to hit straight back.
Rovers attacking the line. Jones, Lacan. That looked forward, didn't it?
And it was.
And this one was forward.
And the crowd helped Jack Smith make his mind up there.
Yeah, Lacan just held on, didn't he?
It's just sloppy, it's just lazy. When you get an opportunity like that, you just need to pass the ball. It was, you know, a real... they were just laying the line, wasn't they, for the big play. They don't get a chance to do the big play because they missed out there.
Another penalty, they're racking up these now. What Featherstone don't want to do, barely made touch.
I think that came off his shin.
It bounced back into the field of play, but just...
Manoa Wakoki probably give him a bit too much respect and went 20 metres deep instead of 10.
Go on. That is good.
So I was saying, Featherstone, what they don't want to do after a really good first half hour is to let it slip before the break. Oh, what a shot!
Is that Brad Day?
Forces a knock on. Brad Day with a massive play for Featherstone.
I don't know who's come off best. Whether it's Owen Trout or Brad Day. It was a huge collision, wasn't it?
Oh, he'd already lost the ball and Brad Day was committed. Picked the bones out of that.
Oh. Well, if Owen Trout can carry on from that, he's a tough man, because I think there was a bit of jaw in there from the shoulder as he was falling.
Well, Brad Day is okay. That's the good news for Featherstone.
We saw in the morning, sore shoulders.
No shot clock because he stayed down.
Didn't half miss.
Just a red line, boys. 6, 3, 5 line. Matt, a bit tight. Matt, step tight. Okay. Out.
So that allows Featherstone to edge themselves back up the pitch. Trailing 2 tries to 1, 10 points to 4. The ball's come out. It's been regathered.
Very lucky, aren't they? The first player.
Not sure the referee saw that actually as Brad England takes it on. He's got Danny Addy first receiver, brings it back to Bowes and then Akins, and this is more like it from Featherstone Rovers. Another forward pass.
I didn't see that one, I'll have to be honest. I thought that was a good pass from Akins to Minikin.
Let's have another look. Ooh.
That's a tough call, maybe flat at worst. They just need to get through the sets, don't they, and clear the line, because the last 3 or 4 now it's either been a penalty or an error. I've not kicked the ball for a long time. We know the quality of this attacking outfit for the Leopards. Can't give them too much territory and possession.
Latele, Hardacre's in there buzzing around. There he is, bit of a bobbly pass. Mulhern runs at Mackenzie Yeh. Danny Addy helps him out, along with Connor Jones. Davis. Moylan reverse. Trout. Oh, wow.
It's going to be a problem here. Someone will get a card for that, and I dare say it'll be Mackenzie Yeh.
Referee immediately calling Mackenzie Yeh for a chat here. And this is going to be 10 minutes for the big forward.
Yeah, it didn't help with Danny Addy pulling as well at the same time, but that's something that has not been allowed in rugby league for a long time.
Well, Mackenzie Yeh protests his innocence. I'm not sure that
I think he's
any of the video evidence works in his favour.
No, I think he's lucky that it's only yellow, really. The fact that he has dropped him on his head and shoulder. That is, if there was a video at the side of a spear tackle in the dictionary, well, that would be it.
So Mackenzie Yeh can commence his half-time. But are his side going to fall further behind here?
I think they're going to look at Hanley's side once again. That's where they've looked dangerous.
Well, the winger's on a hat-trick, and he might get it here. It's floated over the top. Did Gareth Gale get something on that? No. Just a poor pass. But Leigh looked dangerous all of a sudden against the 12 men of Featherstone Rovers. Davis on his own. No way through. But Featherstone for the first time are rocking a little bit here. Hardacre, oh, brilliant line speed from Josh Hardcastle.
He needed that too.
That was a big defensive effort. Hardacre felt it. They're defending for their lives, Featherstone, before the break here. 10-4 they trail, but it could get worse. And he's running on his own again from dummy half. No way through. Couple to go this set. Right on the Featherstone line. Moylan delays the ball. There is Hardacre. They're going to run in another one, and it's going to be a hat-trick for Myla Hanley, who is on fire right now.
He is, but so is his inside play from Moylan and that man on screen there, Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes just held the ball long enough on that occasion. He's moved into the centre because of the injury to Keenan Brandon. The partnership there, we can see Hanley's been the benefactor of some beautiful inside play. And Minikin and Gale really struggling to contain this duo at the moment. The ball was spread. It's great play by McNamara and Moylan. And then this is the bit now, he just holds, and then gives him the play. Gareth Gale can't do anything about it. And they'll be real disappointed that they're going to go in 10 or 12 points behind at half-time.
3 smart finishes for the winger who couldn't get in this Leigh side a month ago. Here he is, feasting on Featherstone.
If you're a winger, you want to play in this Leigh side, don't you? The way they play and the way they open up teams and create space for both sides. Josh Charnley will be saying, can we have some of that action over here, please?
Well, it's another tough kick for Moylan in the strong wind. 14-4. Featherstone, as you can see, are a man light with Mackenzie Yeh in the sin bin. Moylan from the touchline. No, not this time. So 1 from 3 from the right boot of Moylan. 3 tries. And this, the most recent of them for Myla Hanley.
It was just good team play, and I love the way that Moylan just passes it early and does Hardacre, knowing that they've got the man extra. And the numerical advantage because of the sin bin of year gives that man the opportunity to get his first half hat-trick.
So with Hanley scoring 3 tries down Gareth Gale's wing, I look at Gareth Gale and think, I don't think he's had a bad half, but he's going to be thinking, how have I allowed my opposite number to score 3?
Well, I think he's probably stopped 2 or 3 extra ones too, so you're probably hoping for a bit more from the inside defence. And they've got lucky there, Featherstone. That was ripped by Thomas Lecans for me.
We'll have another look at that, but Featherstone are going to get the ball back. Oh yeah, you're right, big hand on it from Lecan.
This is a big opportunity, not long left. I think it's a guide clock in the top left.
Yeah, there will be time, as Kevin says, that's our guide clock on the screen. We've had a few injuries, haven't we?
One more.
So you would expect Featherstone have got a chance here. Here is Lecan, Bowes, Aikens. Here is Gareth Gale. And Bowes once again. Addy was the dummy runner, and well, Brad England dummied himself. And then goes to ground. Addy lining up right. Connor Jones has seen him. Here he is.
That's fine, leave it.
Taken on by Keenan Tomlinson.
A bit more second phase probably needed. We said at the start of the game how dangerous it looked when they started spilling the ball out the back door.
4.
Jones, Lecan to his right, pretty much everyone else left, so that's where he goes. Then Bowes comes back right anyway, dummies into traffic and takes the hit, 10 away, just to the left of the post. Jones has a look, he's got Addy and Lecan right, he's going to go left with Caleb Aikens. Aikens has been caught in possession, that's a poor error, and he's turned over right on the Leigh line when there seemed a real chance.
Yeah, he looked like he was caught in 2 minds, didn't he, on the last play of the half. Whether to pass or kick, he did neither. He gets caught. And what a fantastic first half we've had, George.
Fabulous half. He's grabbed the headlines. Leigh Leopards winger Umaila Hanley with 3 smart finishes, a first half hat-trick. But as Kevin Brown says, owing in no small part to some fabulous ball movement inside of him. Certainly the first finish was a terrific individual effort, but the subsequent 2 were a winger's dream.
And he won't care. He's in there to score tries and do a job. I think he's been terrific at the other end of the field as well. Probably 1 block to his copybook is when Manoa were koki. You know, he had a player to shut that down. He missed that tackle. But apart from that, he's had a fabulous half and probably Leigh's best so far in this contest.
So a lot to ponder for both sides as they make their way down the tunnel into the dressing room. Let's remind you of the highlights of what's been a really entertaining first half here on the Sportsman. 14-4 is the Leigh Leopards lead.
Yeah, and this was the first try. It was a sloppy pass from Moylan, but once it comes out to Umaila Hanley, he beats 3 defenders, beats 4 defenders and gets over the line. And that we thought was the sign of things to come. It took a little bit longer than we thought. As we see the ball from the different angle as it goes to the floor. But the chase is almost too keen from Minican and Aikens, and you know, then Brad Day just can't get over in time.
Well, Featherstone have been on the back foot, but they at least, Kevin, have the try of the half, try of the match probably.
Well, I thought he'd done the wrong decision there when he was going to go around Josh. I thought Josh would have him, and then I definitely thought, oh no, he's bombed one here. I don't see many people going round Zach, but he managed to just do that and then pirouette and fend off the game star so far, Umaila Hanley, to score an incredible try. We see it from the reverse angle. This is beautiful play by the back row of Tomlinson just to get Latelli interested, and then he just backs himself, and the power he's got in them thighs, tiptoes down the sideline and just looks like he's going to pass and then backs himself. I do love wingers that back themselves like that. you know, Bevan French and Jay Field, whenever they're in open space, they do look at passing, but often just by their own speed and agility, and that's what Manoa Wakoki does there. Terrific try to level the scores.
A fabulous individual try, and then 2 more smart finishes by Leigh's right winger.
Yeah, and that was probably my favourite bit of team play. The cohesion from Matt Moylan, Zach Hardacre, and then the beautiful flick pass or tip pass from Jack Hughes. He doesn't catch that ball at all. We'll get another view of that on a different angle now. As the ball comes out, you see Hardacre coming late. He tips it on, and then just a little hot potato out. And the skill, doesn't he make it look easy when he gets a chance? He even has time to go around a little bit further and help Matt Moylan out with a kick.
And then with Featherstone, a man light with Mackenzie Yeh in the sin bin, there was time for 1 more.
Yeah, and this was always the worry. They have been exposed on this right edge a couple of times, and a completely different type of set-up play for Hughes. On that occasion, he took the pass, and he had a little bit of time. Gareth Gale tries to back off on that occasion, but it's the same result. The wide play from Kai O'Donnell to Ben McNamara, who finds Matt Moylan, and then it's just this now, subtle play, quick hands, and Gale, it doesn't come this time, he's backing off. You see the big number 5, and then Hughes just finds a real quality pass. I think he's been terrific since he's been going into the centre there, Jack Hughes. It's a position he is familiar with. He often goes there for a variety of teams. He showed his quality on this occasion once again.
So a very entertaining first half at the moment. The cup holders, Leigh Leopards, will be marching on and through to the quarter-finals of the 2024 competition, but Featherstone Rovers have 40 minutes to perhaps have a say in that eventuality. The full second half is on the way with myself and Kevin Brown. It's another big year of rugby league on the Sportsman. We continue our live coverage of the Betfred Challenge Cup, the Betfred Women's Super League, and Betfred League One as well. We'll have our cameras at Boundary Park next Sunday. Ambitious Oldham opened with a victory up at Workington last week, and they have their first local derby of the season when Rochdale are in town next Sunday, and that will be live and exclusive on the Sportsman as well. So plenty of live action, pre-match and reaction as well, and some exclusive content too that we bring you on the Sportsman throughout 2024. So here come Featherstone, looking to overturn a 10-point half-time deficit, which, Kevin Brown, they're probably a little bit unfortunate to have.
Yeah, definitely. I think after the initial try from Hanley, there was more than in the game. The arm wrestle, they almost got over the top of the Leopards. They scored a try of their own, a beautiful full lengther from Manoa Wakoki. But then after that, especially the Simbining for Mackenzie Yeh, it just meant that they went in at half-time 2 scores behind. But they've looked capable. They have bombed a few chances of their own. I think it's been a very even contest, and one that's still got a lot of legs in this game for both sides.
So Caleb Akins will get the second half underway. Featherstone Rovers trailing 14-4. Numaila Hanley hat-trick for the home side. Oh, and already you see the wind. Hanley right on cue takes the restart.
Yeah, did well, didn't he? It was dipping. Got his body in front, held the ball. It's important now for the next 4 minutes or so that Featherstone don't give any penalties and invite this Leopard side down into their own territory while they're a man down.
Yeah, that ticking number in the yellow you can see on your screen is Mackenzie Yeh's remaining sin bin. That's where he is at the moment, or as my mum calls it when she watches rugby league, the naughty step. He's sitting on the naughty step for 10 minutes. That's where Mackenzie Yeh is at the moment. Here's Robbie Mulhern. He seems to have got better with age, Rob.
Yeah, I really like the way that he mixes his play up. Not just a battering ram we saw in the first half, how many times he kicked.
Oh, no one wants this. Sorry, Kev. Step backwards, this could work for Leigh. Still going. Latelli Charnley outside of the boot. The chase is on. Where's it going? It's going dead. And the Ingold touch judge has taken out as well.
Yeah, it's not a bad consolation prize. He didn't get the try, but he got a chance to put the Ingold touch judge on his backside.
That's Josh Charnley up in a disciplinary next week. You can't do that. I think he might get away with that one.
Yep. Whee, there
Smiles
he goes.
all round.
Should have dealt with that though, Featherstone, when the ball went up in the air. Another problem for the Leopards in back play. I think this time it's Matty Davis.
Ball's come out. Yeah, he's down. Here's Lacan. Good step, Thomas Lacan. That Featherstone injury in back, the Leopards injury, I beg your pardon, in back play behind the Featherstone line.
This does not look
there's
good.
2 injuries now.
This does not look good.
That's Thomas Lacan.
He's holding his right knee, George.
Oh no. Well, he's a tough little cookie, Thomas. He doesn't stay down when he's not hurt. He's one of them, the kind of Rob Burrow ilk of pound for pound, as tough as they come.
It may even be his ankle. Sometimes when he got his nose through, didn't he? And I think they just crumpled on his legs. His legs were trailing behind the bodies, as you see. He goes through, and it's Hardacre and Trout. Yeah, they fall on that ankle.
You can see him wincing straight away.
Able replacement, the new signing, Paul Turner.
Yeah, recent arrival from Australia. He's going to get his chance here, not in the circumstances that he would have wished for.
Peterick, look-alike.
I'm not sure how
He does, doesn't he? And there goes Thomas Lacan, and we wish him well. Came over from France, started last year with his mate Mathieu Cozart.
Yeah, we're still waiting for him to be
Meanwhile, in back play, George, Matt Davis has had chance. It's been a perfect break for him. He's had chance to get strapped by the physio Chris Melling of the Leopards. Another tough man. But Paul Turner comes and makes his first game, and it's going to be a really unfamiliar looking half-back pairing now with Harry Bowes, who is usually at the number 9 spot, and the new man on screen.
Still in back play, that Leigh injury, so we're already going to have some additional time here.
Well, the referee should just be playing on now. We stopped the game.
Oh, he's okay anyway, he's coming back to join the line. So Featherstone will continue from halfway. Let's hope that it's not too serious for Thomas Lacan. Here come Featherstone, who've started the second half well, trailing as they do by 14 points to 4, and Connor Jones immediately to the new man Turner, wearing 28, the ice white shirt. Jones, Addy straightens up, Jones back in support. This is the last tackle. Harry Bowes, first receiver right side, Turner waiting left. It's going to be Bowes running at the line and then angling a kick through. It's not the greatest. Charnley saw that coming a mile off.
Yeah, he was up for a bounce, wasn't he? I think if it bounced on its head, he's dropped the ball
contact
there. 1-on-1.
It's going to be Featherstone ball, this. Knock on.
He might be giving it to Leigh. He is. He's giving it to Leigh.
He is, yes.
I think that's a good call. He's ripped the ball and it's dropped to the floor, so it's a knock on by the player who tried to steal the ball.
Oh, it's a big call. Just a minute or so until Featherstone get their 13th man back.
Shot clock off, ball out!
By the looks of it, I mean, Gadwin Springer is warming up, so are they just going to send Gadwin on?
Well, he was the man who I think they've missed the most since he's been sat on the bench having a rest.
Looks to me like when that sin bin is up, it'll be Gadwin Springer will be the man to come on. That's what it looks like from here.
He may even do a double, throw him on and make a change.
Anyway, here's Mulhern for Leigh. No further addition to the score second half. 14-4, Umaila Hanley's hat-trick with a brilliant response from Manoa Wakoki. Last tackle, Leigh. They're going to go left. And behind him, they're going to run. Oh, another intercept! And right on cue, has he got another one? It's Mulhern. He won't get there. It's the second spectacular try for Manoa Wakoki, and Featherstone are not done yet.
And they were down, they were so short, they were still down to 12 men. You know, that's just ticked to 0 now, so Mackenzie can't come back on. But that meant they were down on numbers on that right edge. He took a huge gamble, Manoa Wakoki, to put himself in between defenders, and he went for the ball instead of the man. But on this occasion, I think it was Ben McNamara who threw the ball. We see it again, it's the last tackle. He looks like he's going to kick the ball, and then he throws a spiral straight into the arms of Manoa Wakoki. And like you said, the only 2 men chasing on the field with a prop forwards, Robbie Mulhern and Owen Trout. We've already seen the speed of Manoa, and he was not going to be caught on that occasion, and he brings him right back into the game.
Well, what a passage of play, because Featherstone now back to 13 on 13, and they have this kick to pull back to within 4 points.
Do you talk, Ellis? Yes, can you hear me? Oh, yeah. Just take no.
Score elsewhere, by the way, Huddersfield 20 points to 6 up on Hull FC. You just worry, don't you, for Tony Smith in that job. Here comes the kick. Oh, it's good. The flags are up, and we've got a game on at the Leigh Sports Village. Second length of the fielder from Wakoki, and we've got a 4-point game. The Leopards 14, Rovers 10.
Mackenzie is still not on the field. I'm not sure why.
Well, it is Gadwin Springer hasn't come on yet, but he's waiting.
Well, surely he should be on straight away. They should be on now.
How good's your counting? Go around the pitch, Kev. Tell me how many players we've got on here. Here's the restart. It's a mid-distance. It's going to hit the ground. It's going to be Leigh Ball, this. Oh, he's knocked on. That almost worked. It looked dangerous. Here comes Gadwin Springer.
Yep, now 13.
So maybe our clock was a little bit off. Discrepancy between our clock and the touchline officials, perhaps. So Gadwin Springer's on. Either way, let's not blame the circuitry of our timekeeping.
The numbers.
Here comes Caleb Akins. I hope you're enjoying this at home as much as myself and Kevin Brown are here. Featherstone Rovers have done brilliant, I think, this afternoon. 14-10 against Super League Leigh, with a man line for 10, and they're chucking the ball around again. Oh, that's poor. It's gone backwards. Akins will need to pick this up clean. He does. Dances back into the line. Mulhern in the tackle. Jones remonstrating at the referee. Springer wanted it right. Comes back left. Turner dicks off to Day. It's the last tackle, this. They're still in their own half. Turner puts boot to ball for the first time. He's going to find the ground and bounces back towards the Rovers line. Well, and it's picked up by Charnley.
Awkward looking kick, wasn't it? Inside spiral. But they're really feeling the pinch now with the Leopards forwards only now. Are they getting back behind the ball? It's Matty Davis who's going to have a rest, and Lachlan Lamb. I think they sense that the game is in the balance, and what a time to bring one of the best players in the world on.
That's been well received by the home crowd. Lachlan Lamb has been on the sidelines, a frustrated observer, fit for a place on the bench today, and now here he is in the heat of battle. 14-10 is the Leigh lead over Featherstone Rovers. Moylan bypasses Mulhern. There he is. Lamb running at Bowes and
straight away. It's making it look dangerous on that left edge.
Last tackle. Going to go skinny side here, outside of the right boot from Hardacre. Akins is going to have to get himself out of the in goal. He's not managing it. Drop out forthcoming.
Now they're going to bring another front rower on in Wellington Albert. This is a real big period now for Featherstone Rovers. Leigh attacking their end that all the fans have crowded in to that stand.
Nicely weighted, wasn't it, from Zach Hardacre off the outside of the right boot.
Yeah, real smart how they kept him up, then forced him back.
Big Leeds United fan, Zach. Archie Gray would have been proud of that one. Moylan off the restart. Ollie Holmes will bring it back.
The rain started now, George.
Oh, it is. Glad I don't have to cycle home in this. Leah right under the post. I was going to say this feels like a key moment in the match. Featherstone have clawed it back to 4, but look at the Leopards now attacking the line. Delayed pass from Lachlan Lamb. They're keeping it wide, and Charnley in the corner doesn't miss many, and he's not missed this. Lamb heavily involved, and Josh Charnley is a try machine.
He is, and he's probably looked with a little bit of envy today, with all the ball going onto the right side to that teammate, the hat-trick hero, Yamila Hanley. But now normal service is resumed, with Lachlan Lamb entering the field, pulling the strings on the inside and orchestrating a fantastic bit of team play. To give him an inch, he still had a lot to do, didn't he? He digs right into the line, Manoa backs off, and Latelli gives Charlie the ball, and we know once he gets an opportunity, he makes difficult finishes look easy, just like this occasion.
Lamb just attacked the line, popped it up to Hardacre. Latelli drew the defence and brought in Charnley, who has been finishing in the corner like that all of his illustrious career.
You can't underestimate the difficulty of that skill in the wet, in the wind. Firstly, to get the pass on the money to Josh Charnley to give him an opportunity, but then for Charnley to dive in at the corner, have the presence of mind to keep his feet and his arms in the field and get the ball placed in the over the whitewash. Fantastic play from a fantastic player.
It's another tough touchline kick at goal in this swirling wind around the Leigh Sports Village. Nowhere near again. It's not an easy afternoon for the kickers here. So it remains an 8-point game, 18-10. As we have another look at this Charnley try.
Yeah, and the depth and the digging in. I think probably Manoa and the centre, Hardcastle, if they had the time again, they'd probably be a little bit more aggressive than backing off. But take nothing away from Leigh. That was a terrific move and well needed as well.
Well watched by Zach Hardacre.
That's good defence from Minikin and Day. Helped by Ade.
Well, it's been an afternoon for the wingers, hasn't it? All 6 tries to the wingers. And here they come again. Has been an injection, hasn't there, since the introduction of Lachlan Lamb. And here come the Leopards again. Latelli. There goes Lamb. Puts on the brakes and then steps on the gas again. They look a different side with Lockie Lamb out there. Holmes. Featherstone have got to focus here because the Leopards have nudged things up a gear. Lamb again, Hardacre again. Latelli bounces out of 1. Spirals away. Oh, what a pass and what a try. And Matt Moylan breaks this game open.
Well, what a weapon to come off the bench in Lachlan Lamb. He's just opened up the defence on the left. He had the composure to go down with the ball, and then Latelli bounces out of a couple of tackles, comes inside and has a look, and the man on camera who's Matt Moylan, who just hit a great line and almost blindsided the defence in the middle of the field and then went round the fullback. This is one of his easier kicks. The 12-point lead could be improved to 14, George, which would make things much more difficult for the Featherstone Rovers.
Well, Latelli ran straight at Okoki Koki. I don't know if he thinks he could have done better there. He missed an opportunity to wrap Latelli up. He bounced out, and suddenly the defensive line was scattered from that moment.
Yeah, I thought it was a real good choice to come in on Latelli, but like you say, he needs to finish that tackle. And then the skill. Sucks in Connor Jones and Gadwin Springer. The ex-Australian international, Matt Moylan, scores the try.
And this, the most straightforward of the kicks so far. This to turn a 12 into a 14, which anyone will know is a big difference. A 3 try advantage rather than a 2, and suddenly it feels like a long road back for the championship side. With the floodlights now on, shining bright in greying skies here over Leigh Sports Village. Moylan to convert his own score, makes no mistake. And with 25 minutes to go, the Leigh Leopards have a stranglehold on the cup that they won last summer. They lead 24-10.
Yeah, and it's important now that as Connor Wynne enters the field, a player known for his all-out attack. His first bit of action is going to be to kick the ball off. Expect some height to go onto this now. He's a great kicker of the ball. But he's been thrown out there to try and claw the way back into this game.
So 24-10. Featherstone have hit back twice this afternoon. Have they got anything left in the tank? I'm sure their head coach James Ford will be really encouraged by what he's seen here this afternoon. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, you just sense that Leigh Leopards had found an extra gear.
Yeah, the dynamic's completely changed, and it's since Lamb's come on. Everything now going down that left edge. We saw in the first half, everything came to the right edge through McNamara and Moylan. But now the chief organiser, Lamb, holding the ball again, taking it down the left.
There he goes. That's been knocked out. The ref will bring this one back. Connor Wynne fancied a little sprint there, but the ref brought it back.
It's been a while now since Featherstone have had the ball. Well, 56 or 57 minutes into the game. This is when fatigue really starts to tell. They need to get their hands on the ball and have a share in this possession if they want to feature in the next round of the competition.
Looks like the Leopards are going to think about freshening up with the interchanges as well. Robbie Mulhern has just gone off. There goes Hanley. And Nakabuai's on for Mulhern now then. The ball's been lost in the tackle. What happened there, Umaila?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of an hand in there by the Featherstone Rovers defender. Just gets away with one. As you see it again, he's fighting to stay up on the floor, stay off the floor, sorry. I think it's Brad Day, just has his hand on the ball, and as he pulls it out, just pops free.
Jones. There's the new man Turner, offside. And Featherstone can...
It's just important now that they clear the lines, they make sure of this touch finder. Just spend a bit of time down here.
The penalties of this kind of position in these conditions today are not the advantage that they normally are, because it's so hard to find touch.
Yeah, normally you could throw it further, couldn't you, than booting it into touch like we are, but...
You're doing well just to find touch in this wind. Connor Jones, Turner once. Promotes to Addy. This is more like it from Featherstone. Bowes. Then Connor Wynne crowded out.
It's good defence, isn't it? Great footwork by Connor Wynne, but well dealt with. It looks like he's dropped the ball.
Oh, another handling error. They're coming thick and fast now.
He's not happy with that. Arguing with Lachlan Lamb, but he's got to keep hold of the ball.
No, someone had something to say there. It's turned into a penalty.
I think it's Danny Addy.
Danny Addy and Josh Hardcastle were in the picture. Someone said a little bit too much.
Yeah, well...
And Danny Addy should know better. Well, they both should know better.
Well, they all know better, don't they? And they know better than turning the ball over is bad enough. But then when you give them an extra 30, 40 metres and give a penalty away, and you're already 14 points down.
You were never done for back chat, were you, Kev?
Never, never. Only to my mum. I learned early that that didn't go down well.
Here come Leigh. They've been gifted this opportunity. You would say probably to seal the win here. Moylan. There's the big replacement. Kabuai. They're favouring that left-hand side again, and Lamb joins in, and Charnley's wrapped up well.
Well, this time it was Adeka, wasn't it, who got clocked by Manoa. Hits and sticks.
Springer in the tackle, but Rovers are on the ropes here. Lamb again. They've got numbers. Hanley wants a fourth. Thought about the corner, stepped in field, and then the chance had gone, and he's in touch instead. Great sliding defence from Featherstone, who are hanging on in.
It was unbelievable defence by Paul Turner, the recent signing. I did think it was a high shot though, initially. But terrific desperation. As we see, it was a lofted ball, wasn't it? A combination again, Moylan, and then we see over the top. It just gave Paul Turner a chance, but I just thought he smashed him in the face there. So lucky, but he does well, doesn't he, to get him over the sideline as well as making the tackle.
Into the final quarter of this contest. It's still just about in the balance on the Sportsman, but Featherstone Rovers need to find something. They've been starved of the ball through the first half of the second half, if you like. Just that intercept try to show for their efforts as Connor Jones scrambles from dummy half. Turner. Addy says this one's mine. It's the last tackle already, this. Connor Jones. Turner, not a great deal of room. They're going to run it, are they? Not sure Brad Day wants it on the last. And they've coughed up possession just inside the Leigh half.
Yeah, well, that's an error from, it's not Brad Day, it's Paul Turner. They're calling the ball on the fifth and giving his back rower nowhere to go, apart from straight into Jack Hughes' shoulder. He just seemed to have lost the way a little bit since Thomas Lacanza's left the field, especially in attack.
Yeah, a blow that for Featherstone right at the start of their season, if you like. Okay, they've had the 1895 Cup and this the Challenge Cup, but we're only one round into the Championship, and to lose Thomas Lacan would be a big blow. So they need Turner ready to hit the board running. Oh, and that's a knock-on. Hardacre's put it down. It was fired at him.
Yeah, it was. Kai O'Donnell hit the ball running. Then he threw the ball at Zach Hardacre. He's not happy with that, Zach. He knows there's an opportunity there if he catches the ball. The retreating defence, I think there's only two on that edge versus three. Just need to start having a bit more creativity, I think, Featherstone, George, if they want to chase these points down in the last quarter of the game.
Cheers, Danny.
Well, you don't want to write Featherstone off, but it's tough to see where it's going to come from now.
We'll get the ball to Manoa with Koki.
Well, yes. I mean, they've had all their points have come from distance. That's the point. It's not been from sustained spells of pressure on the Leigh line. And now their playmaker Lacan is absent.
Well, at the start of the game, when they was finding some offloads with Wellington Albert, Gadwin Springer, Danny Addy, Connor Jones looked really threatening around the ruck. We've not seen that probably for 40-50 minutes or so. I think James Ford will want a bit more as he brings Brad England back into the fold. He was good in his first stint. I think Connor Jones at the back of the ruck is real dangerous. He just needs a bit to play off.
Well, the problem with Connor Jones, who's a player I really like watching, I think he's absolutely electric. He's so elusive, and he's got winger's pace. In fact, he's played wing, he's played centre. But as I alluded to earlier on, he's been used as an impact the last 2 years. Matty Wildy's played an hour, and then Connor Jones comes on and rips a tired defence. Now he's in a position where he's having to play 80.
Yeah.
So that pace, that change of pace in the last 20 is just not going to be there.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's a very, very one of the fittest players that I've. This is a chance for Minikin. Sorry, George. Yeah, he's one of the fittest players I've played with, Connor Jones. I think he'll be fine. But there is a different element to it than just coming on and being an impact, isn't there, than doing 40 or 50 tackles and then trying to still make that impact.
Last tackle, move, Frankie!
Well, Gareth Gale, who's been kept quiet today, as you would expect, given he was my try-scorer tip with Betfred. Got nowhere near, has he? Now then, this has popped up. Oh, he's gone the wrong way, Turner.
He had 3 men outside of England, Minikin and Gareth Gale.
That was Gale's chance. He turned back to his right. But is it Featherstone's chance? Here's big Gadwin Springer. A bulldozer towards the post. Jones. Is he going to make me eat my words? Addy. Turner's lurking behind the line. Oh no, Featherstone.
They just lack ideas, don't they? There's no lack of effort and endeavour, but the cohesion has definitely been affected once Lacanza's left the field through injury. The captain of the night, Danny Addy, comes up with a huge error just when it looked like they were going to start building a little bit of momentum.
That felt like a chance, the chance for Featherstone to try and breathe a bit more life into this game from their point of view, because now Leigh are back in possession.
Tough man to tackle, Ricky Latella.
Lachlan Lamb was receiving a bit of treatment in back play there.
Well, he's had a strapping change 3 or 4 times already, and now he's got the full neoprene to keep that hamstring or quad warm.
Here come the Leopards. That could be anyone's. It's Featherstone ball. The offloaded blind. Now Rovers have the ball back. Bows into the line. Featherstone Rovers going to make another change. That's Mackenzie Yea's very mixed afternoon over. Keenan Tomlinson back. Connor Jones. Addy. Turner. Oh, Caleb Akins. Yeah. It's going to be a Leigh penalty. He just opened up for Akins.
Yeah,
and that doesn't happen by chance.
No, it was Keenan Tomlinson, as we'll see on the replay in a second. He's a dummy runner. Here we go. As he's a dummy runner here, he just leads out on the outside of Moylan, preventing him from making the tackle. Correct decision, and I think Jack Smith's had a terrific game today in the middle. We've not seen him much. He's got all the calls correct. Another chance blown by the Featherstone outfit.
Cheers, Paul.
Lachlan Lamb into the final quarter of an hour at the Leigh Sports Village. Quarter-final place looks like Leigh's at the moment. The cup holders renewing their rivalries with Featherstone Rovers. Moylan.
This is where they all set up on the left. They play together. Went back against them, scoring again here, George.
McNamara, Moylan. No way through for Nakabuai. Last tackle there. Short ball. Powerful finish. Big moment.
Forward pass.
But he's saying forward, and Owen Trout is denied in front of the Leopards fans.
Comes back with his tail between his legs because he was well into the celebration there, the big man. And again, I would have to say that's the correct decision. McNamara gets out and probably holds it for just a split second too long. Then the carry on at the end. The ball is thrown into the crowd.
Touch judge gave it. Jack Smith was poised to award the score. It was just the second glance, I think, to the touch judge on his right that alerted him to the forward pass. And again, another decision spot on.
Move together, Leigh! Guy!
Gareth Gale getting a bit bored on the wing, so here he is up the middle.
Go to.
Bowes. Gadwin Springer demanding a carry. There he goes. Oh, just shows the soft hands to Springer. Turner takes the tackle. Jones again as the wind picks up.
Last tackle, Ben, move!
Last tackle just inside Leopard's territory, so Jones will find Bowes to go high. Look at the wind. Oh, he's taking it well. The hat-trick hero.
Done really well there. It was over his shoulder. It was blowing all over. He had men in his face. He beats 3 of them and he's still going.
We're asking for your Betfred Challenge Cup Player of the Match in the next few minutes. Have another look at that take from one man I'm sure who will be on your shortlist, Kevin. As Hardacre sets off. Keeps hold of the ball. Natelli. Charnley.
It's really getting quick now, isn't it? They're winning the battle of the floor. This is better for Featherstone. Put him on his back, nice and slow.
Well, it's often at this stage of proceedings that you really see the difference between the full-time and part-time sides. Lamb goes high. Good take.
Been really solid, Manoa Koki, hasn't he, all day? Scored a couple of terrific tries, but his overall game defensively and how safe he's been under the kicks.
Danny Addy is replaced. Mackenzie Yea's afternoon wasn't done. He gets another 10 minutes.
He's already tap. Next line, Josh.
Big opportunity now, George. With 10 minutes to go, you get the feeling that they're running out of time. It's been a real close contest, but they do need to score probably in this next set or two. It's a great shot on Mackenzie. Yeah, I think that was Lachlan. Oh no, it was Kai O'Donnell.
Go to.
Oh, take that. He did really well. It was fired at Brad England. Jones, Springer, the dummy runner. Now then, Turner's off.
Look to pass.
First chance to see what he's all about. He's got a step, all right. He's still going. Aikens, what a try this could be. Gale gets his try.
What a try it is to Paul Turner. Let's count the amount of tackle busts it creates there. And it's off that quick play of the ball from Brad England. He caught the ball over his shoulder. And that gave the ability to Connor Jones to get out and scamper. We mentioned that he's not scampered as much as usual, but he did on that occasion. It just gave Paul Turner a little bit of space on this left edge, and that's all he needs. As you see, shows the dummy to Springer, then finds Turner, and Turner just throws a little dummy, and then beats them inside, beats them outside, gets rid of one and gets rid of another. Then he bumps off, will be tackled from Zach Hardacre, and then finds a no-look pass. And then look at that, it's like a training drill of hands. And then the man who you predicted to score, I believe, Gareth Gale, gets his try. Another winger. Owen Trout thought he'd put his name amongst them athletes.
24-14, 8 minutes or so to go. Plus a very, very difficult touchline kick in the wind. Connor Wynn, rather him than me.
That's not a bad attempt, is it?
It's a good effort, never really had a chance.
Game on.
But 10 points, not insurmountable. Here's another look at this. Tell you what, we've seen glimpses of of real class from the new boy.
Yeah, he looks like a player, doesn't he? He carries it well, he looks strong, he's agile, then he knows when to pass as well. Looking from this angle, it looks like a perfect time to pass. What beautiful skill. Nice easy put down for Gareth Gale.
Head coach James Ford down on the touchline, wondering, just wondering, is there a sting in the tail? At the moment, the Leopards' tail still wagging with anticipation of a quarter-final berth. But credit Featherstone this afternoon.
And they're on again here, George.
We've got a 3-on-2. Through the gap. Oh, massive ankle tap. What a key play. That could have been danger. But Rovers aren't done. It's Bowes. What a performance from Featherstone.
Gutsy, full of character. They never know when they're beaten, do they?
Aikens. Not a half break through the line. Jones wants a quick play.
And there'll be a contested kick at the end of this set.
Bowes again, behind Springer. Mackenzie Yates sweeps it to that man Turner. Growing into the game since his introduction.
Need to chase this now.
Last tackle. Put it up in the air and then the cavalry will charge. Off they go. Tomlinson's after it. Oh, there was a really good block in there. Was that?
It was really well. Moylan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just ran Tomlinson off.
There won't be many more chances for Featherstone. That was one of them. But can they keep the Leopards down here and perhaps force an error? Look at Gadwin Springer.
Well, that's one way to give yourself a chance.
When Gadwin Springer and Mackenzie Yea are near you. Wow. Here comes Leigh.
And Zach Arica just doing a little bit of work, relieving. There's a fair bit of fatigue going on.
Last tackle. Aikens regathers. Is there something left for Featherstone? Gale runs it in. Jones. It's the Featherstone fans you can hear now.
Yeah, they need to score in this next set if they want a chance of going into the next round. But it's still a distinct possibility.
Bowes. England. And then Tomlinson.
Need to try and get their arms free and play some second phase stuff.
Last tackle. Turner finds Bowes, who goes high. Oh, has he taken late? Referee might give a penalty here. No, he hasn't. He had a look, he had a double look. I thought.
Oh, he's thrown the ball.
They got away with it. Charnley.
That was a speculative pass from Demila Handley.
Bit of chaos.
Bit of chaos. Did so well to catch that ball with the wind swirling around. Now they have dropped the ball, George.
Featherstone have got it. A try now sets us up for a grandstand finish. Oh, that's an awful ball, and it's been knocked on, has it?
I think that should
Lost him a Leigh hand. It is a penalty.
Yeah, tap the ball and go again.
I'm going to get your Betfred player of the match in a sec, Kev, but we've got to stick with this. Springer. Have Featherstone got another one up their sleeve? Connor Jones. Bowes. Aikens. Here's Turner again. Offloading. Gareth Gale. Right back across the line. Nothing doing for Gale. He's going to have to take the tackle. No, he won't. He'll flick out a pass to Connor Jones.
Great defence. It was Dan Norman who shut him down.
England. Couple to go. Right in front of the sticks with Gadwin Springer. Turner. Tomlinson. What a cup tie. Jones again. Will he go on his own? Gives it to Mackenzie Yea, who's going to try and power his way through. Last tackle. Everyone's stacking up to the right. That's where Connor Jones goes. Bosey's going to kick for the corner, looking for Koki. It's popped up and Leigh have the ball back.
What an effort that was from the Leopards to repel the pressure from Featherstone, mounting the challenge.
What about your Betfred player of the match this afternoon, Kevin Brown?
Yeah, there's been a number of contenders. I think Lachlan Lamb, since he's come on, has been one of the best players on the field. As is Gadwin Springer and Manoa Koki in probably a losing team. But for me, the combination with Jack Hughes, but ultimately, Umila Hanley, not just because he scored 3 tries, the work he's done is my Betfred player of the match today, George.
So the hat-trick man, Umila Hanley, who we'll hope to hear from at full time here on The Sportsman. And Featherstone have come up with an error. Scores elsewhere, by the way. Batley leading Castleford by 14 points to 10. And Huddersfield 52-6 over Hull FC. Where does that leave the black and whites?
Well, you asked me a question before, George, about the position of the coach, and I think he'll be looking over his shoulder this week, because losing heavily week after week, getting knocked out of the cup. We know he's a great coach, but at the moment he's not getting the best out of them players there in the black and whites.
10 seconds.
Finding it tough going, Tony Smith at Hull FC. Weaving his magic during his spells at Leeds Rhinos and Warrington Wolves in their Challenge Cup success. But it's been a torrid time at Hull FC. Have Leigh got a final try for us here? They've won this game now. 24-14 in the dying moments of what's been a pulsating 6-round tie in the Betfred Challenge Cup. Moylan, flat ball, good defence, Turner, England helping out.
Well, this will be a penalty. Gadwin Springer's just absolutely clean Matty Davis out in the back player.
I could just calm things down and go for 2 here. Well, the sponsors man of the match has gone to Ricky Latelli.
Clearly sponsors Ricky Latelli. He's had a good game, but I don't think he's been better than...
You can't eclipse a hat-trick man who's been excellent defensively too, I'm sure. And there we are. Gadwin Springer's getting a lecture from Jack Smith. And Leigh Lepers will wind down the clock and go for 2. Post-match reaction on the way on The Sportsman.
What a contest this has been, George.
It's been a privilege to be here for this one. Really good.
So you've got that time, or you've got...
So we'll try and catch a word with Umila Hanley and winning coach Adrian Lamb too before we go off air on The Sportsman this afternoon. This for 2 more, right in front of the post. Right on the hooter from Matt Moylan to confirm the Leigh Leopards' place in the quarter-finals of the 2024 Betfred Challenge Cup. The holders are through, but boy, they were made to work for it this afternoon. Featherstone Rovers came here to have a go, and they had a go, and they gave us a pulsating contest that really forced the best out of the Leopards, but they're through, Kevin Brown.
They are. I thought Featherstone left a couple of chances out there on the field, especially in the first half, but the quality always rises to the top, and when you have people like Lachlan Lamb sat on the bench 4 times like that, I'm sure Adrian Lamb didn't want to get him out there today and rest that injury, but he was needed to settle things down. And like you say, the holders march into the next round, and they'll be looking at who they get. Can they maintain the trophy and mount another challenge this year?
Well, Featherstone were not blown away this afternoon. We didn't expect they would be. but I'm sure that their head coach, James Ford, will be, I think, really buoyed by what he has seen from his team ahead of the Betfred Championship season. And let's not forget, Kevin Brown, that this Leigh Leopards side has been very stop-start, very indifferent, and we saw glimpses of the 2023 form today.
Yeah, I think what is a real positive is it's not just the left edge. They had a good look at the right edge too, didn't they? And Yamila Hanley being on the end of some real nice play, and then when they introduced Lachlan Lamb, the left edge started to fire and Josh Charnley got on the board. I think this Leigh team, without Tom Amon, without John Asiata and without Edwin Ipape, are finding themselves and finding a different identity, because we know how integral they are to not just the attack but also the defence.
Well, let's talk you through some of the key moments of what's been a hugely enjoyable cup tie here at the Leigh Sports Village, won, Kevin, by the home side.
Yeah, these are the tries from the first half from the man of the match and the man of the moment, Yamila Hanley. That's his first try, where it came off a bounce pass, and then they found a way to get him some space. And once he gets an opportunity, he takes the opportunity. And then we see, for me, the try of the game from Manoa Koke. He just lets loose with the gas. He takes his foot off the accelerator, and then bang, he puts it back down. And he goes round, which is no mean feat, to go round Zach Hardacre and get rid of another tackle from Yamila Hanley to score the try.
Yeah, we were blessed with some fabulous wingers tries in this game, both long range and finishes like this.
Yeah, and that's a winger's dream, to have a centre that's got the ability to tip the ball onto the winger and give him a chance, and once he gets the chance, doesn't half take it. As we see his third try, this is the one where he held on a little bit longer and he finds the pass. That's a great try, a great teamwork try. And this is Manoa Koke again, isn't it? Picking the pocket of Ben McNamara. And once he gets that ball, we've already seen how quick he is. Josh Charnley, unfortunately, too far behind. It's a gallant effort by Robbie Mullern, which does force him wide to make the kick a little bit more difficult. And at this stage, we thought Featherstone are right back in it, but then the left edge started to play. Lachlan Lamb created some space. Latelli out to Charnley, and Charnley scoring the try in the corner. Just gave the Leopards a little bit more breathing space. And Lamb just digging right into the line, isn't it? And a great centre play. I think we've seen some beautiful centre play, creative play from both sides today to get the wingers free. And that's as good as you'll see from Latelli. Real square up from Lamb. And then quick hands. A great finish that we've seen over and over again from one of the game's top try scorers in Josh Charnley. This is where Latelli just bounces off and he skirts across. Moylan just picks a hole, goes round the fullback. He's had a terrific game, Moylan. See Latelli, he looks like he's going to run straight at Springer, but finds a pass under pressure from Jones as well. And it was just in them key areas today when they needed the points, they got the points. Latelli super strong, getting rid of Manoa Koke.
That was the try, really. The Moylan try that took the game away from Featherstone, albeit Rovers had the final try of the afternoon.
Yeah, and it was a nice try, wasn't it? It was nice for the Rovers fans to get something to cheer about and something to get excited about in the new player, Paul Turner. Bit of left foot, bit of right foot. Then he gets rid of Zach Hardacre and finds a beautiful pass to Caleb Aikins.
And Gale finishing in the corner for a 26 points to 14 victory.
Yeah, great footwork, wasn't it, by Turner? And then great strength too, because Zach Hardacre doesn't often get thrown off like that. Then Gareth Gale, I think he deserves that, doesn't he?
Well, it's been a terrific contest on the Sportsman this afternoon. Starman really, Umaila Hanley, with his hat-trick of tries in the first half. And we can speak to Umaila now. Many congratulations. How are you feeling after that one, Umaila?
Yeah, I feel unreal. A win's a win at the end of the day, but it was a bit scrappy. On to next round though, can't complain.
What a first half, not least for you individually, but the way Leigh are starting to purr and click into gear after a difficult start to the season.
Yeah, definitely. Like, we're still missing a few key players, and we're just trusting the process at the minute. But yeah, I think, like I said, a win's a win, and we'll take it in these conditions as well. So yeah.
Kevin Brown was saying during commentary he would love to be a winger in the Leigh Leopards team at the moment. Do you agree?
Yeah, definitely. I can't complain. I got 3 in the first half, but it comes down to my teammates really at the end of the day. It's not really on me. That's my bread and butter, finishing them tries. So I just give thanks to my teammates and that really.
How good was it to have Lachlan Lamb back on the pitch second half as well? You and your teammates seemed to just raise it a notch when he was on the pitch.
Yeah, definitely. Lockie's a game changer. Everyone knows that and who watches rugby, but he's unreal for us, and I think once we get this full strength team back, then we're going to be very hard to stop.
What did you make of Featherstone today, Umaila? You two teams had some real contests a couple of years ago at the top of the championship. Now there's a bit of daylight between the two of you, but they had a real go today.
Yeah, they did. They made it a scrappy game, which we didn't want, and I bet that's something that they did want. But and I wasn't here when they had that rivalry back in championship, but I've heard it was quite big. And yeah, like they had a good dig, and you can't complain to them.
And a final thought before we let you go in the dressing room. You're through. The cup holders are still alive this year. You're into the quarterfinals. Who do you want to draw? Who do you want to avoid in the quarterfinals?
I don't think it really matters who we draw really. I think we're just going to focus on our performance, and the only team that can beat us is ourselves really at the end of the day. So we just look forward to the next round.
Well, thanks for talking to us, and many congratulations on a player of the match performance.
Thank you very much.
That's the Leigh Leopards winger Umaila Hanley, who helped himself to a first half hat-trick of tries. He's in a fine vein of form. He scored in his last 3 games. He scored 5 tries, in fact, in his last 3 games, having had to be patient to take his chance. Tom Briscoe picking up an injury, Hanley into the side, and boy, he has taken his chance with 3 terrific finishes this afternoon. In a game that we were blessed with some fantastic scores. 2 for Manoa, Wakoki for Featherstone Rovers in defeat as well. And I think when the dust settles and the disappointment dissipates for the championship side, I'm sure Featherstone's head coach James Ford will be lifted by what he's seen from his team at the start of their Betfred championship season. To come that close and to have a really good go at the Leigh Leopards today, I'm sure he would be more positive than negative about that Featherstone Rovers performance. But ultimately it's the Leigh Leopards who are through. 26 points to 14 winners over Featherstone Rovers, and their head coach Adrian Lamb now joins us off the back of what we expected, Adrian, was going to be a tough contest for you and your men, and you certainly got that today. What did you... I think we've lost... sorry about that, Adrian. We're trying to make technology work in the conditions here, in the wind and the rain, but yeah, we've lost Adrian, unfortunately, down on the touchline. Oh, you can still hear us. We've lost your picture. So let me ask you this: what did you make of it altogether? We don't need to see you. We don't need to see you, but we can hear you, Adrian. What did you make of your side's performance?
Yeah, a little bit frustrated at times, just with the mistakes we made to keep Featherstone in the game, and but overall happy, mate. We got through. That's all we needed to do today. So only an injury to Keenan Brand at fullback there early on in the game, which again disrupted the format of the team, and a few changes in there disrupted that, but we got through, and we're happy with that now.
We have got you back on picture as well, Adrian, which is great news for all of your fans worldwide. How good was Amila Hanley today? He was very, very much, it wasn't about me, but scoring 3 tries with 3 looks at the line, as he did before half-time. What a weapon he is for your team. Yeah,
absolutely. He's been outstanding through our pre-season, and the couple of games that he has played with us since coming in for Tom Briscoe has been absolutely brilliant. So, but, he'll admit this himself. There's still few mistakes there that he can work hard on, and he's doing that, but doing a great job.
I mentioned Lachlan Lamb as well, back in the fold after injury, back off the bench. What did he add when he came on?
Yeah, he didn't get on to the 50th minute around them, which was the plan, but certainly added that little bit of spark once he came in, and I think it could have been a little bit a different outcome there had we held the ball towards the back end of the game there, but it wasn't to be. Like I said, just happy that we've got the win and progressed through now to the quarterfinals.
And how do you think this will help you now? We mentioned when we spoke pre-match, Adrian, about finding your form, starting to gel through what's been a bit of a stop-start opening month to the Super League season. What did you see today that can help you get where you want to be?
Yeah, I felt last week there was a step in the right direction for us against Hull in the Super League, and today there were some good signs for us. But I think it's about making sure that the next time we get to the quarterfinals of the Challenge Cup, we'll just need to build some rhythm through the Super League games that we've got. So we've got Salford next week, obviously, but take a lot of confidence out of today for a lot of the players. I think the more we play together as a group, remembering that we didn't play round 2 as well against Wigan because they had that World Club Challenge. I think the more time we play together as a group, I think we can only get better.
Great to speak to you, Adrian. Well done today. I'll let you get in and see your players in the dressing room.
Appreciate that. Thanks very much.
That is the head coach of the Leigh Leopards, Adrian Lamb, and that's as far as we go. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to you here on The Sportsman this afternoon. A real cup thriller here at the Leigh Sports Village, but ultimately the Leopards are through. The cup holders are still alive. They're safely into the final draw for the Betfred Challenge Cup. But we continue our live coverage on The Sportsman throughout the season. We have some Betfred Women's Super League games on the way, and next up for us next weekend, an Easter Sunday special from Betfred League One as Oldham renew their local rivalry with Rochdale. We and our cameras will be there. We hope you can join us too. Here this afternoon, though, we leave you with the news that the cup holders are still going strong. The Leigh Leopards are through, but boy, Featherstone played their part today in a really compelling cup tie. From me, George Riley, Kevin Brown, and all of the Sportsman team, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.